My video, for those of you that are still online listening, my video has been going in and out. I think it's an internet issue here in the rink. So apologies for that, but I think I am back on the air now. As we get underway with this third period, Will Marsh with the face-off comes to Elk River, and they dump it in. Elk River gets... I'm not so sure about that call. That was a hard hit by Will Marsh, but it looked like it was a clean hit. But they're going to call him for a cross check, I believe. As I guess he got a little high, so Elk River now with the power play. This is their first power play of the game. Oh, and there's a shot and a goal right away by Elk River. As they get the rebound and a shot past Ben. And that will now make it 4-2. As Elk River tries to climb back into this game. And as I mentioned earlier, Storm cannot get complacent here as this is the region tournament, and both of these teams want to be able to get to the state tournament, and so a lot of passion in these games, and they can turn very quickly. And now we're going to have an offsides on Elk River. So still a 2-goal lead for the Storm, but momentum now early in this third period belongs to Elk River. Now this one comes to George Lego. He chips it into the zone. And that one's sent all the way out. That's going to be an icing call, so we will just stay right here. As Elk River called for the ice. And Storm will have an offensive zone face-off here with Will Marsh taking it. Will sends it toward the net. That's steered away by Elk River. Kept in the zone. Will backhands it down. Now it comes into the circle, but controlled by Elk River. Now out to the point. Here's a shot by Will Marsh. And that one gets to the net, but steered away by Elk River. Now Will Marsh again sends it to George. George back out now. Will tries to send it forward. Knocked in by James. That's going to be an ice. So we will just stay right here in the Storm offensive zone as Colin O'Day comes back in for the faceoff. He's got Ben Scory to his right and Otto Hutchins to his left. This one is sent all the way out of there. And Elk River, they got way out in front there, so it'll be an offsides on Elk River. Or a come back down into the Storm offensive zone for another faceoff here with 13-12 left here in this third period. Colin wins this back-to-back. Backchurch tries to fire it, but that's off of Elk River and comes out. Back now to Colin. Here's Colin as he tries to send it forward. Goes into the zone. Ben Scory trying to chase it into the corner. Now comes out into the circle. Now here's Otto with it. Comes back down. Colin then swats at it, but picked up by Elk River. Colin's able to then poke it back into the zone. Colin trying to wrestle it away. Now here comes Colin, moves in to try to control it. Sent behind the net. Elk River tries to send it back out, and now they do clear the zone. They've got a 2-on-1, and that is just behind them. Fortunately for the Storm. Another shot in on Ben. Ben's there to get a pad on that one. Collins sends it out. Elk River back into the zone. Now here's Beck, picks up the loose puck. He tries to skate it out of there, goes off the boards. Sends it back down in, but picked up by Elk River. Elk River comes back. Outlet to George Lego. George over to Tyson. Tyson now through neutral. He comes across the blue line. Centers it back out to Jackson. Jackson sends it through the crease, but now kept in by George Lego. Now kept in again by Griffin, but cleared by Elk River. Back to Tyson. Now dumped in by Elk River. Oh, Elk River with it. And Elk River scores again. As that one squirted out front and got away from Ben, and they put it into the net. So now that makes it 4-3. So Storm are going to have to figure out how to stop this momentum by Elk River. As Elk River has now climbed to within a goal. And that is a dangerous spot to be for the Storm. Now this one gets poked out of there. Cam Adair chases it down. That's going to be an icing on Elk River. So offensive zone face-off now for the Storm as Will Marsh comes back in to take this one. The Storm faithful trying to keep the energy alive here, cheering for the White here as they are trying to rally the troops here. This one's sent all the way down. That should be an icing call. And it is. So another offensive zone face-off as the Storm get a line change in. Otto, Colin, and Ben come back in on the front line. 9:52 left in this one. Here's Colin O'Day on the face-off. He wins it back. Comes to Griffin. Griffin tries to send it down. Kept in by Colin briefly, but now knocked out of there. Right back in it comes as Ben Scory sends it in. Now sent all the way down in. They touch on that one, so no icing call. Beck now skates it out. Now he comes through neutral. Gets it in deep, looking to center back out. Now Otto sends that one wide of the net. Kept in by Cam. Sent all the way down. Here's Cam with it. Tries to outlet to Ben's score. Or sorry, yeah, that was Ben's scoring. Now it comes into the zone for Elk River. Now we're going to have another penalty here on the Storm, as Cam's going to get called for that one. And this third period is not looking good for the Storm so far, as they are coming apart here. They need to figure out how to regroup. Still up by a goal, but they're now down. Oh, wait, I completely take that back. That was a penalty on Elk River, so apologize. So I thought that was going to be a call on the Storm. Storm instead are on the power play. Oh, and now this one is wedged in there as Tyson tried to sneak that one in, and I think he got it in there, but they didn't wave that one off. But that'll be an ice, and we'll come back down into the Storm offensive zone here with 8:17 left in this one. Here comes Will Marsh to take the face-off. Now this one comes to George Lego. George tries to control it in the corner, sent back around. Kept in by Griffin. No one can seem to control it here. Eventually, Cadell, and now we're going to have a trip on the Storm. So now Elk River will go on the power play here, but Storm doing a good job of trying to burn some clock there. So we will have 4-on-4 hockey here for 1 minute and 4 seconds. Teams will be at even strength with 4 players, and then Elk River will go on the power play for a minute and 56, or sorry, for 56 seconds, I should say. Now here's Colin. Colin skates it through neutral. Comes in with some speed, sends it toward the goal. That is chipped away by the Elk River goalie. Now this one's broken out by Elk River. They send it across. No help though for the as the Storm. Here's Otto with it. Otto chips it in. Colin tries to chase it down. Sent out of there by Elk River. Now here's Ben Scory. Ben's going to bring it in. Stormer in a line change though, so Ben didn't have any help, but he's doing a good job of controlling the puck here. Elk River now with a man advantage as the penalty is over to Elk River. They still now stolen away, kept in the zone by Tyson. Tyson doing a good job of killing this penalty as he ties it up in the corner. Elk River trying to now break it out. Comes into neutral. Controlled by the Storm. Knocked back in. As Elk River now comes through neutral. 15 seconds left on the penalty. And the Storm have pretty much killed this penalty off. Now poked away, comes out to the point. There's a shot by, oh, nice save by Ben. Bounces out of there now. The penalty now over to the Storm, for the Storm. So both teams now back at full strength. 5:28 left in this one. Now Colin moves, sends it across to Beck. Try to break it out. Oh, yeah. There's another goal by Elk River as that one got deflected. Ben was in position but got deflected and into the net. And that will tie it up at 4. I believe the Storm are going to call a timeout here, and that's a good timeout as they need to really regroup here and stop this bleeding here. So 5:12 left in this third period. We are all tied up at 4 now. Shots are still way in favor of the Storm as they are 29-11 up on Elk River, but Elk River has just come out in this third period with a lot of energy. Their fans are all fired up now, and they have completely climbed back into this game. So we are back underway here as Will Marsh comes in to take the face-off after the tying goal by Elk River. Puck loose in the circle. Now comes briefly to George Lego, but taken away by Elk River. Knocked into the zone by Elk River. Now here's Jackson Castone trying to break it out. Now we're going to have another penalty on the Storm as Jackson's going to get called for the hook. And now Elk River goes on the power play with 4:39 left. This is exiled by Colin. That's going to be an ice on the Storm. No, oh, come on. You got to wave that off. That was... Colin sent that one down, but Elk River will let that one go, and you got to wave that off when that happens. Now here's Colin on the face-off in the Storm defensive zone. Comes to Elk River out to the point. Across the other one. Off the mark again, now out to the point. Another shot. That one's knocked down by Ben. One minute left on the power play for Elk River. That one sent toward the net. Ben stops that one and covers it. So 44 seconds left on the penalty to Jackson. Storm need to get back to full strength here and then need to figure out a way to score a goal with under 3 minutes left in this game. Now Elk River. Now they take a shot. That's off of Ben. Centered out there and another goal. Now Elk River takes the lead. This is not looking good for the Storm as they now are down a goal with 3:10 left. As they have really reeling here. Now this one is sent in. Now here comes to Archie. Archie tries to get it out of there. Archie is able to send it in. That did look like it was an offsides as Elk River wanted the call there, but no offsides call. Now this one's sent out. Comes to Beck. Here it is in neutral. Comes to Tyson. Tyson trying to get it in. Controlled by Elk River. Elk River now has completely turned the tables as they are now absolutely controlling this game. And the Storm are now completely desperate here with 2:08 left. This one's sent out. Now here's Beck with it, and Beck sends it in, but comes right to Elk River. Now this one comes over to Beck. Beck chips it in. This one is sent out of there. Now here comes Elk River, empty net. Oh, just missed it. Now here's Beck. Beck skates it up. Beck with a shot. Beck misses the net. Now here's Colin with it in the corner. Under a minute left. This one comes all the way out, and this game is over now as Elk River dumps it into the net. As the collapse is complete, the Storm are really reeling here. 48.3 seconds left. Now down 2 goals. Colin will try to make something happen as he sends it into the zone, but this one's sent out. 25 seconds left. This game is academic at this point as Elk River now controls with 20 seconds left. They're going to just send it in. And very disappointing loss here for the Storm as they go down here 6-4, and they will move into the losers bracket. They still have an opportunity to move through the losers bracket and potentially move on to the state, but when you lose your first game, you really make it hard for yourself, and the Storm will now come back and play tomorrow afternoon at 2:30 against Cambridge Isanti, who lost in the earlier game to Moorhead. So we will hopefully be back on the air tomorrow afternoon at 2:30. As I mentioned earlier, we're not supposed to be broadcasting these games, but nobody seems to be caring that I'm broadcasting. So we will try to do it again tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon, and hope the Storm can stay alive. Thanks for tuning in, and